What's up guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. So we're going to be doing another video, but it's sort of a different one. It's not a crystal opening or like a quest video or sort of like I'm just going to break down on like on how to start the game, like sort of like a beginner's guide. So like what to do the start, and then sort of like endgame. I'm going to go through a bit of stuff as well for those who are sort of at my stage as well, what stuff to do, or what's the best things to do at the moment now. But I'm going to mainly focus on the beginners, because I've gotten a lot of people who are low levels, who are just starting off the game, who are asking me like, what do I do, like sort of how should I sort of organize myself throughout this game, and so yeah, I'm just gonna like break it down. I'll leave like a sort of a list in the comment section down below of what to do. But yeah, so yeah, this is sort of like a beginner's guide video, and I know I have been a bit inconsistent in my uploads. I'm gonna try and improve on that. I'm trying to get a job, because just to get some money for a crystal opening that I want to do when I get 1,000 subscribers, or if I get 1,000 subscribers. That's big if, because we're currently on 790 odd, something like that, almost at 800. So like, thank you for the support as well. It's been amazing support. Yeah, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and like this video as well if you have found it helpful. But yeah, so like let's start it. So when you're just starting out the game, you are gonna you're gonna obviously start with Act 1. So I mean, if I was personally, this is what the route that I took. So I 100%ed Act 1, 100%ed Act 2, and 100% Act 3 straight off the bat, like that, just because like at the start you would want these rewards, especially when you're leveling up your champion. So like Act 1, you'd probably have like 1 and 2 stars, just about getting a 3-star. So you'd want at least 2 3-stars to bring into Act 2. So what I would do is I would 100% Act 1 first. Also, it gives you that time to sort of practice the game as well. Like, you will be gaining mastery points when you level up, of course. So putting those mastery points into putting those mastery points into like parry and like dexterity and all those like other important masteries that you need just at the beginning of the game. So a bit that improves your attack, a bit that improves your defense as well. But I'd say parry and the parry mastery and the dexterity mastery is probably the 2 of the most important masteries you need to get. I think parry now is the first thing you can unlock in the proficiencies mastery setup. But yeah, but you're going to be leveling up. The beginning is really easy to level up. So yeah, so Act 1, Act 2, 100% is quite good. Act 2, these crystals are quite good. So you got 3-star awakening gem, you got 3-star crystals. These don't take too long. They're really quick. They're really easy. You would also be getting gold from these as well. Yeah, they're one energy per tile. So it's a quite an easy time, these sort of acts. Act 3 is where like the challenge sort of begins. I'd say Act 3 and Act 4 is where the challenge begins. So Act 4 is probably like the most challenge I've had in the game, in this game. Just based on, because I kind of completed content quite quickly, so that just so that I can like, because I wanted to join my cousin's alliance, so I wanted to sort of complete stuff quite quickly. So yeah, that's kind of what I did. But so Act 3 you get good rewards as well. You probably already have your first 4-star. I already had my first 4-star during like the middle of Act 3. So yeah, like this is where you start bringing in like your 4-stars. And then we move on to Act 4. Like Act 1, 2, and 3, you'd want 100%. Act 4, I mean, I wouldn't say it's worth 100%ing. Like, in my opinion, the only reason why I would 100% Act 4 is for the tier 2 alpha catalyst, which I'm maybe not 100% Act 4. It's something I need to do, because I really need to get these tier 2 alpha catalysts. And I also need to get these mastery points as well. By the time you're probably at Act 4, you'll probably be level like just getting into like level 35, I'd say. That's roughly where I was about on the top of my head, if I can remember. But that's sort of where you want to reach, the level that you want to reach. Act 4 100% is not important at all. I could go and push, like even push it to say Act 3 100% is not even important at all, but it's something that I chose to do because I kind of wanted to complete content quite quickly. So yeah, so Act 4, I mean, you don't have to 100% it right away, because if you think about it, these quests are they're not gonna leave the game, so you can complete it whenever you want. So but yeah, Act 1 and 2 I think are important because you really need to get those catalysts, like the tier 1 catalyst, these tier 2. So like it's an easy way of getting it. It's an easy way also of improving in the game, which is something about Act 4, which is one of the reasons why I did Act 4 and then I 100%ed the last chapter, just to sort of improve my like ability in the game, so parries, evades, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's sort of the way you would want to. By Act 3 and 4, you'd probably be doing like heroic event quests. Back then, I used to do beginner, heroic, normal. I used to do all of it. Master was quite hard for me. I used to always 100% master, but it was quite a challenge. So I think master, you have to be, I don't know if you have to be level 40 to do it, or if that's uncollected, but yeah, you'd want to try and do those event quests. You want to complete them quite quickly, because so you can get back to the story quests. But yeah, like I said, like that's completing Act 1, 2, and 3 are probably like the first steps. Act 4, then completing 100%ing Act 1, 2, and 3 is more important than 100% Act 4, in my opinion. But yeah, Act 4 is sort of like that's where you find the step up in this game. But so that's sort of like the story quest. Then you can move on. Then you move on to Act 5. So if you're just starting off the game, your main like priority should be becoming uncollected, having that uncollected status. It's not that hard to become uncollected. I think it will probably take someone like not even 6 months to do it, like less than that, 3 months, 2 months even, to get uncollected. If you play the game like intensely, it can take you up to 2 months to get uncollected easily. Obviously, like I got the game before it came out, and then like I just sort of stopped playing it, and then when Uncollected came out, I saw like all these crystals you can get, this and that, so I was like, okay, let me try and sort of become Uncollected. So that's sort of what I did. The way I would do Act 5 is I would just take a step at a time, so do Chapter 1, then do Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4. In my opinion, obviously Chapter 1 is going to be the easiest chapter, but the hardest chapter in Act 5 is Chapter 3, just because of the nodes that they have. So it's like it's sort of like if your champion's not a specific class, then they'll have a decreased attack range by 50%. So fights are just longer. It's not hard, it's just longer to do. But Chapter 4, to complete the whole entire Act 5, is the Ultron boss is he's easy if you have the right champions. If you have Loki or Medusa, then shouldn't be a problem. If you have Blade as well, shouldn't be a problem as well. Blade obviously with the GR, the Ghost Rider synergy, shouldn't really be a problem. But it's not that. It's Act 5 is not too hard to complete, in my opinion. I'll definitely 100% Act 5 when you get the chance. Obviously complete it first and then 100% it. You get really good rewards. You get the Awakening Gem, you get the tier 5 basic catalyst, you get 5 of the tier 2 alpha catalyst, you get 5 star crystal. You get quite good rewards over here, so you get like a rank up gem, an awakening gem, and all that stuff. So yeah, you get a lot of awards when completing Act 5. So I'd say like completing this 100%, you should have that as priority more than Act 4. So yeah, Act 4 is something that I would want 100% soon, because I need those mastery points, and I also would like those tier 2 alpha catalysts as well. They come in handy. So yeah, I mean, if you want to see like a live stream of me at completing like Act 4, just let me know in the comment section down below. I want to really do a live stream soon. Act 6.2, I'm not going to be doing a live stream just yet because I need to figure out some stuff on Act 6.2 because there have been a lot of like bugs and stuff in this chapter. That is just, I've been reading all the stuff that's happening, and I really don't want to put myself through the stress of chapter 2. But we'll see if what Kabam do, and I'm definitely gonna live stream. Maybe Act 4 I can do like a beta live stream, sort of, just see how it goes with Act 4, and then yeah, I'll do Act 6 later. But yeah, that's in terms of story quest. That's sort of how you want to do it. So 100% Act 1, 2, and 3, in my opinion. Act 4, you can just go for completion. If you want to get better at the game, I'd say 100% chapter 4, or like trying to like sort of before you go into Act 5 could be helpful, but I mean, it's not necessary. Act 5, completing Act 5, make sure you become uncollected, because the rewards you get when you're uncollected is really good, especially in the monthly event quests and in other circumstances in the games. Whereas if you want to buy crystals, you can get those uncollected crystals as Grandmaster crystals and all that. So yeah, becoming uncollected is really important in this game. So yeah, I'd say like completing Act 5 and then 100%ing Act 5 is more important than doing Act 4, in my opinion. And then Act 6 has just come out, so if you've completed Act 5 and you're completing Uncollected every month with ease, then I'd say go for Act 6 and start Act 6. Act 6, when you complete Chapter 1, you become Cavalier, which can be important. It can be important. I mean, you don't need to become Cavalier, but you get quite good rewards. Those crystals you get, 3 to 6 star crystals, are really good. So yeah, if you wanna do that, in my opinion, 100% Act 5 before Act 4, and then if you're completing monthly event quests with ease, then go for Chapter 1 of the Act 6, and go for Chapter 1 if you have a good 5-star roster, because you can only use 5 stars or 6 stars. So yeah, that's sort of the way you would want to do the story quests. So now we move on to these event quests. So I mean, Road to Labyrinth is important to do. You get good rewards from it. You get a 4-star Awakening Gem. You get the key to the Labyrinth when you complete it. So like before, like the story quests, these quests aren't gonna go anywhere. But completing the Road to Labyrinth is quite important to do. Very challenging, but it should be something you should aim to complete in the, like, when you're like starting off at the game, when you've got a good 4-star roster, push into like a couple of 5 stars. To really think about completing it, not necessarily 100%ing it, but thinking about completing it is something that yeah, should be going through your mind. Realm of Legends and Labyrinth of Legends, in my opinion, Realm of Legends, you don't have to complete it. I haven't completed it yet. I literally just use this quest for potion farming. That's literally it. I want to complete it just to get it, just sort of to get it out of the way. Rewards, they're not like the best rewards, so I mean, I have no rush in completing them. But yeah, if you it's really up to you if you want to complete it. Like I said, this is not going to go anywhere. Same with Labyrinth of Legends. This should probably be the last thing on your mind to complete. Although the rewards are absolutely insane. It's a very, very hard thing to complete, firstly, but the rewards are insane. I mean, you get a 5-star Awakening Gem, which you can use to awaken any sort of class. You get a 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal, which is class specific. When you complete in 100%, you get 65,000 5-star shards. You get 5-star Ultron. So yes, it's a lot of rewards, but you need a lot of units to complete this. A lot of units. I haven't completed it myself. I just sometimes sort of mess around with the blade, fighting that Red Hulk, sort of practicing or whatever. But these three, I'd say out of these three, the most important one is Road to Labyrinth, because then you've got that Labyrinth of Legends sort of unlocked to sort of play and to complete. But yeah, it's not important at all. So at this moment in time, we have Ultron's Assault variant and Mystery in the Microrooms variant. So these two, like I said, there's the same rewards you get. You would want to complete them when you're obviously level 40. When you're uncollected, you'd want to complete them. They are quite hard. The first one's quite hard. The sort of the Ant-Man one is not too hard. It's quite easy. Doesn't really like pose any challenge. Like, okay, poses that challenge because you need to have like extra large champions to complete it. But it's not as hard as the first one, the Ultron's Assault. So completing Ultron's Assault, yeah, important. Try and 100% the Mystery in the Microrooms one. It's quite. Me myself haven't done it yet. I'm quite close to doing it, but it's honestly not that hard to do, in my opinion. Completing it was quite easy. I've got sort of like a playlist of how to complete it, but yeah. And so then you move on to like the monthly event quest. Like I said before, when you're uncollected, before you go into sort of 100%ing Act 5 and completing Act 6.1, you'd want to be completing uncollected difficulty quite easily at this point, because you don't. The key about this is like saving units are probably like well spent when they're on masteries. Masteries is probably one of the most important things and most underrated things in the game, but they sort of sculpt how you would play. So if you have like points in parry and dexterity and all that stuff, you'll make it easier for yourself to play when you're playing the game. Obviously you have to have a level of skill as well, but masteries, I'd say spending units on masteries is the most important thing to do, in my opinion. Like, I can't stress this enough. If you want to get better at the game, in my opinion, try not to use that many revives. The way I sometimes play is I will go into a quest, I'll see what I can do in a quest. If I can't complete like the boss of the quest, if I can't one-shot the boss, so if I can't get him down to like a specific percentage, like 20% or something like that, then I will restart the quest, spend my units on energy refills, and just go in again. And that way you're going to get better at the game. I think it also shows I'm not lazy in the game. Some people, like, not to offend anyone, but some people can be lazy in the game and can also like sort of be like, oh, let me just buy like units to like sort of revive this. And then when it comes to like Alliance War, an Alliance quest and all that stuff, and they go down quite easily, it's like, oh, you could use that sort of practice in your event quest, where it's like you don't mind spending units on that. So yeah, that's my opinion. I'd rather spend units on energy refills, and that's how you get better at the game. That's how I got better at the game. That's one of the like biggest tips I can give anyone who's starting off, is try not to spend too many units on revives, and try and, if you're going to spend units on anything of like any item related stuff, spend it on energy refills, and sort of try and do it that way. So if you can't complete something, back out the quest, use an energy refill if you have to, go back into the quest, see what you did wrong in the previous run of that quest, and then go after it again. That's sort of how I play the game. Act 6.1, like, I'm so glad, I mean, I didn't live stream it, obviously, but if I did, it probably would have lasted ages, because the Ultron and the Sentinel boss in that quest, I must have done at least 8 or 9 runs in it, at least. The Thanos one in the April, I think, or no, the May, I think it was the May. In the May event quest, the Thanos, I must have done 9 runs, but I just didn't spend a revive. I was like, okay, I'm using Hyperion, I'm gonna get this Thanos down to at least 30% with my Hyperion, and then I'm gonna go see after that. I only used 1 team revive, that's it, 100 units, 1 team revive against that Thanos. So yeah, that's sort of how I play this game. If anyone's like starting off this game, the biggest tip I can give you, like I said, is try not to use units on revives and stuff. Put it on either masteries or in energy refills, and that way you're going to get better at the game. And then when you get better at the game, content's going to be quite easy to do, and stuff like that. So yeah, in terms of arena, arena's important. You want to get some gold and get units. Arena is probably your best bet to do that. It should be it should be something that you should do if you play the game a lot. It should be something that you do when you're waiting for energy to sort of refill and all that. And the last thing I could tell is try joining an alliance quite quickly when you start off the game, because when you're in an alliance quest and alliance war can be very beneficial to you. That's where you get your sort of your catalysts from, and that's where you get your shards from, and from war and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's probably the last tip. Try and join an alliance quite quickly when you're starting off the game. I spent quite a bit without an alliance trying to complete the story quest, and it really hit me like sort of hard, because I couldn't I couldn't rank up my champions. But now obviously I'm in a good alliance, so I'm in a decent alliance. So yeah, but those are the sort of like a beginner's guide. So like I said, Act 1 to Act 3 sort of 100% it, Act 4 complete, Act 5 complete, and then 100% it, of course. Then you can go back and sort of do Act 4 as well. Then when you're completing the Uncollected event quests quite consistently with ease, do 6.1 and 6.2 if you want to. The last thing on your mind should be Labyrinth of Legends and Realm of Legends. The last thing on your mind should be those two quests, and also get into alliance as well. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this video and if it has been helpful, please leave a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe of course, and even in the comment section down below if it has been helpful, because yeah, I think it will be helpful to a couple of guys or girls out there. But yeah, like I said, I'll catch you in the next video. Like and subscribe. Peace.